welcome to today's episode of My Victory Story. As you all know, I treat my guests right, okay? So today I'm just gonna show you what I am making. I'm making a beef stew. I'm gonna have it with dumpling and some salads and some sweet corn. So join me. Hey guys, welcome to the main conversation. I'm so excited about today's conversation. We're gonna be talking all things barrenness. I'm joined by Thetswe, right?
Most definitely, girl, because I
So
know you were struggling with it.
Yeah, pronouncing your name. So she's going to be sharing her victory story of barrenness, and I just can't wait. So please introduce yourself and start from the beginning. You can tell us from getting married, how it was like, the first few years of marriage, and where you found out that you actually can, have children, and just build it from there.
Hi, Millicent. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I also greet the viewers at home and the listeners as well.
Okay.
My name is Thetswe, like you said.
Yeah.
I am from Krugersdorp, and it's such an honor to be with you today. I just recently wrote a book titled Black, Barren, Yet Blessed.
Yeah.
Is where I share my struggles when I was struggling to fall pregnant in my marriage.
Yeah.
So my husband and I dated for a year.
Okay.
And after a year, I was like, dude, pera.
You demanded the marriage.
Bona. So he was like, okay, if you are ready, let's do this.
Okay.
So
you proposed.
Yeah, in a way,
Okay,
like in
nice.
an indirect way.
Okay.
So, and then after a year, he paid lobola, we got married.
Yeah.
Our first year, it was a bliss. We were
Yeah.
not thinking about having children. It was like, let us enjoy our marriage, let us
Yeah.
enjoy each other. And on the third year of our marriage, that's when we decided, no man, let us go and see a doctor, because even the family was starting to ask questions. When are you going to have
Even a church.
children, even at church? But at that time, because we were planning to have children after a year.
Yeah.
So second year, we were not that much bothered.
Yeah.
Until the third year came, and that's when we said, no man, let us go and see a doctor and see what is happening. We went to see a GP. Unfortunately, he found nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Months went by, and finally
Kept trying and
I
trying.
kept trying, and finally the GP said, you know what, go to the gynae. So he referred us to a gynae. We went to a gynae. We did everything that we needed to do. My husband was checked also. He did his own testing.
Yeah.
I did my own testing, and unfortunately, Millicent, I will never forget that day. He was like, I'm sorry, I have bad news for you.
Sure.
Because he was literally look at me. And at that moment, it was like the problem is with me.
Okay.
Because he was looking at me and he was like, sorry, ma'am, unfortunately, you won't be able to bear children of your own.
Sure.
The accident you had in the past impacted you. Your tubes are blocked. You are not ovulating. You are not producing enough eggs.
Yeah.
It's like, are you talking to me?
Yeah.
My world turned upside down.
Sure.
I mean, I am this young woman. I grew up in a Christian family. I served God the whole of my life, going to church,
Yeah.
playing church, even at school. I joined the SCM. I was a leader
Like
there.
you were saving.
I was saving.
You felt like you were faithful with your youth life. Why you?
Why me?
Yeah.
Because I even preserved myself for marriage. And that moment, I felt like Christianity was a scam.
Yeah.
No, it cannot happen to me.
Sure.
So,
how did that affect your relationship with God? Were you able to continue to pray, or
I don't want to
You
lie
stopped.
to you, Millicent. It affected my relationship with God. I felt defeated.
Sure.
I was
And your
demoralized.
marriage?
My husband was so sweet. He was like, yo, like it's okay, because God is the one who gives children.
Wow.
And come with the pressure is with me. They're putting pressure on me. The family is putting pressure on me. The church is putting pressure on me.
Yeah.
So I felt like my husband did not understand
What you were going through.
what I was going through because I was the one I was mocked
Yeah,
at.
yeah. So you guys stay in you from Limpopo, right?
Yes.
Originally from Limpopo.
Yes.
That's where your family is, and his family is around.
Is in no. We got married. We moved to Krugersdorp together. The family is in Krugersdorp.
Okay.
I was from Dobsonville. Even though I'm from Limpopo, but
Oh,
I
but you
up
grew up
in
in
Dobsonville.
Gauteng.
Yes.
Okay.
So the family from Dobsonville, the family from Kagiso, church, neighbors.
Sure.
It started to be extremely hectic, and I
Yeah.
was this kind of a person. I love to carry babies.
Yeah.
So you will see somebody from the church come and snatch the baby away from
And then
you.
it will affect you. Yeah, you feel like they take it. It felt different.
It felt
I
different.
can just imagine.
I don't want to lie to you. It affected me so much that I decided not to go to church anymore
Sure.
because it
Did
was.
people at church know? Were you speaking to someone who was helping you, or just listening to you, or you decided to keep the news to yourself? How did you handle
there
it?
was this elderly lady, ne? She was not from my church. We met in prison ministry. And then for some reason God led me to her.
Yeah.
Speak to this woman. And when I told her my story, how I've been treated by the family at church, she was shocked.
Yeah.
That's when we started a journey together where she will pray for me, where she will speak life. Like that woman, she carried me in her back. She didn't know me,
Wow.
but she carried me in my back. And mind you, I never even told my own parents
Sure.
about the doctor's report.
Yeah.
Because even my mother, she was shocked to learn about that in the book.
You lie. So all they knew, all they were thinking is you guys didn't want to have children. They didn't know that you were actually going through stuff.
They didn't know.
They didn't know about the doctor's report.
No.
So you guys decided to keep it to yourself, and you were only open to that woman that God led you to. That's so
Yes.
amazing. It's amazing how God just, present people to us. And sometimes it's not the people we expect. Like I would right now, looking at the relationship I have with my mom, I would probably want my mom to be there. But sometimes in life, God sent people that we are least expecting. Because you might find that my mother or people that I think I trust right now, they do not have the grace to walk the journey with me. But it's very important that in every situation we go back to God, because He's got everything that we need, including the people that are supposed to walk this journey with me. I think that's what I'm learning from your story. And I think if you're watching this and you're probably going through the same thing, going back to God is an option, because God has people for you. Look at you. Okay, so now moving to the victory story, and that is the reason why you are here, right?
Yes.
To give hope and to inspire someone who's also going through what you went through right now, and they just want to hear someone who won this journey, so that they can also be hopeful and look forward to their own victory. Because one thing I can assure you is that no situation is permanent. I strongly believe that. So yeah, you can tell us how it happened.
So basically, the doctor declared me infertile. I didn't want to accept that report.
Yeah.
I made my own research. There was this other time when I was praying with this elderly woman. I discovered a book where it talks about breaking the spirit of barrenness.
Yeah.
I started praying those prayers. I was praying.
Sure.
I said, God, you cannot put a desire in my heart and not fulfill it. I challenged God, because the Bible says in Isaiah, whose report do you believe? I said, God, I choose to believe your report, not the clinical report.
Yeah.
So after 5 years, here I am attending a crusade in Kagiso. Pastor Angel
So wait, you guys were like, I don't know what's the right, I'm trying to find the right word. You struggled to conceive. I hope it's not offensive.
No,
For
it's not.
5 years. Was it for 5 years?
Yeah,
Okay.
on my third year of marriage,
Yeah.
when we went to the doctor, he declared me infertile.
Okay.
That there is no way I'm going to have my children.
Yeah.
There's no way I will even conceive.
Yeah.
Because I'm not ovulating.
Yeah.
I don't have enough eggs.
Yeah.
You need eggs for a sperm to fertilize
Yeah.
an egg. So I didn't have none of those.
Yeah.
So within 5 years of my marriage, I took a turning point to seek the face of God.
Yeah.
I refused to accept the clinical
report.
report.
Yeah.
I challenged God. I said, God, you said in your word, whose report do you believe? So I believe the report of God,
Yeah.
that you will give me a child. If you can bless Sarah and Elizabeth, women who were far advanced in age, they were
Yeah.
even menopausing.
Yeah.
So what is eggs? Egg. An egg is gonna stop
Yeah.
me, not my portion. So after 5 years, I attended a crusade in Jesse Tolo from KZN. He was preaching about the story of Hannah, and he was like, people who are seeking for the fruit of the womb, let them
Sure.
come forward. My whole body was shaking.
Sure.
I was I couldn't even stand up. My whole body was paralyzed.
Yeah.
And the pastor was next to me. He said to me, Ria, it's your moment.
Yeah.
You need to seize this moment.
Yeah.
And I finally stood up. I went at the altar. Yo, umfundisi wangishaya ngeface. Milisente. I wangishaya loya.
So then after prayers,
Down on the floor, my menstruation came. After my menstruation, I conceived just like that.
wow,
The doctors were amazed.
they couldn't believe it. Did you go back to the doctor who said you were not going to be able to conceive?
That time when I went to the doctor, I was feeling pains in my stomach.
Yeah.
That time I was not aware what was happening until they did the sono, and they were like, wow,
There's a baby.
there's a baby.
This is good
And I said,
news.
you are a liar.
I can just imagine the excitement. Oh my
Like,
goodness.
I just froze. I said, what? Me, pregnant.
Yeah.
And the doctor said, no. The gynae came. They did the test. The heartbeat was there. They could not explain how
Yeah.
can a woman who doesn't have eggs
Yeah.
finally conceived. They were worried maybe I might not be able to carry
Full
full
term.
time because of those dynamics.
Yeah.
But Bona, I had my pregnancy
Until you gave birth.
until I gave birth after
Sure.
11 months.
Sure. This is a powerful story. Like, I can just like imagine the excitement and of like being told that you now pregnant, and at home as well, because I'm sure even things started like making sense. You looked forward to life because you knew that now you have a baby who's coming. So guys, just to put a disclaimer, this is not to say doctors are wrong or they are not important. We need them. I personally believe that God can use doctors as well.
Yeah.
So doctors can discover the problem, but it's up to you what you do with that problem. Like you said, you refused to sit on that report and accept it, to say, okay, this is my situation. But you decided to pray about it and go back to God, because with God, nothing is impossible. And because you took that step of faith, and God was faithful to grant you your heart desires. I love that. She actually has a book, like she mentioned, is Black, Barren, Yet Blessed. This book is so intense. Like when I was reading this book, I was like, I need to sit down properly and just read and enjoy, because this is such a powerful testimony. So you want to talk about your book?
Okay, my book, I decided to write this book because I felt like somebody out there might be saved by the book's message. You know, it's not always easy a woman to tell their story of infertility.
Yeah.
And this book, I wanted to instill hope to the infertile men and barren women, that you are not defined by your circumstances, but you are defined by what God says to you.
Yeah.
I might be black, I might be barren, but God is saying to you, you are blessed regardless.
Sure.
And the reason why I said black, barren yet blessed Millicent, is because when you scale black people and white people, it's not the same. Black people, infertility is associated with witchcraft. White people is associated with a medical condition. But when it comes to black people, it's witchcraft. I was accused of witchcraft. I was accused of doing abortions because I'm black in the black society, because I'm struggling to fall pregnant. You will definitely be blessed by this book, because it is selling throughout the 9 provinces of South Africa. It has helped people who have lost hope.
Yeah.
Others are even fell pregnant.
Yeah, wow.
In chapter 9, we have prayers to declare the fruit of the womb.
Yeah.
Pray those prayers.
Yeah.
When the natural does not allow you, step into the supernatural.
True. I
So,
like that.
yeah.
Okay, guys, if you want the book, I'm going to leave the details in the description box. And you can also follow her on social media. I'll obviously leave the handles as well and how they can buy the book. They can also contact you on WhatsApp. You do have a WhatsApp business for the
Yes,
book.
yes.
So you really need to get hold of this book. But before we go, I'm just going to ask you, what can you say to someone who's going through all the shame that you went through? They're going through it right now. Just words of encouragement. What can you say to them?
Never lose hope.
Yeah.
If you believe in something, if you believe that you are enough, if you believe that God is for you, then He will do it for you.
Yeah. True. Sure, guys, God is still faithful even today. I am inspired and I'm so hopeful, by just listening to your story, because I was just thinking as we were having this conversation that barrenness is not only with like conceiving like the baby. It could be also in your finances, or maybe you're stagnant in your career, things are not working out, and maybe you were told that you are too slow, your brains are not good enough, maybe to, there are so many. I have different people watching the podcast. Maybe you could be a student or a young professional. Maybe you feel like you are barren in whatever journey that you are in. I just want to encourage you that God is still the same God who performed the miracles, all the miracles that you may think of in the Word of God. And today I'm so excited that we have someone that we can relate to who actually got to share their story. So guys, if you loved this episode, please do give it a thumbs up, comment below, share with your friends, and just give us some love, man. Thank you guys. Cheers.